Hello, I'm going to talk to you about bipolar disorder. So I suffer from bipolar disorder and I've been diagnosed about a year or 2 years ago. So I'd like to resume in 15 words how I see bipolar disorder and or how I think it could be defined in 15 words. So the first word is depression. Depression for me is total feeling hopeless and not being able to move, to do anything, just feeling flat and empty and really sad. The second word is suicidal. For me, depression doesn't go without suicidal thoughts, and what I want to say about suicidal thoughts is that it's not done on purpose. When we say that we want to die, it's actually not that we want to die, is that we feel like that we can't live anymore, and the illness makes us so tired and sad that we just don't want to live anymore. But it's not a real wish. It's the brain that just goes bonkers, basically. The third word is arguments. So arguments, yes, because when you're bipolar and when you're all in a manic episode or depressive episode, you just can't stop moving or can't stop rumbling about things, and you get on people's nerves. These people can react sometimes really badly, and it can make fireworks. The fourth word is judgment. So when you're bipolar, you get judged a lot by people, anywhere and anytime, in shops, by your friends, by your family, by strangers, anyone, because you look weird, you say weird stuff, you're all too excited, all too down, and people tend to give an opinion about the way you are or what you say. Then the word bulimia. Bulimia. I suffer from bulimia and anorexia. Basically, I just starve myself or I just stuff myself, and it's not something I like, obviously, but people can think that it's done on purpose, but it's not. And what I wanted to say as well is that with bipolar disorder you have joint or combined of a psychiatric, can't find the word. You have psychiatric, well, in French I know it's trouble. You have other things. There are more things to bipolar than depression and mania. So there's bulimia, anorexia, anxiety, insomnia, etc. Actually, I'm going to talk about insomnia. So it's not an illness where it's just up and down. You have a lot of things going. I can't speak English. Well, those are things that are linked to the illness. Then debt. Because when you're manic, you just spend a lot on anything, anytime, anywhere. You just spend without counting. I think I spent about 3,000 euros in 2 months only on clothes and makeup. So that's really bad. So there's in France you can get protection once you get better, where someone is going to deal with your money and do all the paperwork for you. So that's quite good. I don't know if it exists in other countries. Then insomnia. Insomnia is my worst nightmare. Just can't sleep. Can't fall asleep. Can't sleep. Awful. Due to the manic side of me that always wants to stay up and always how do you say, buzz around in the flat and just not go to bed, and that can create a manic episode, so it's really bad. So I really try my best to take my medication to sleep, not go on my phone at night, don't drink Coke or coffee, but it's still really hard. But it's important to sleep when you're bipolar because you can go back into mania. So then Mania is just an explosion in your head. It goes so quickly, there's so many things going on and you want to do so many things and you're all over the place and people can't follow you and you just can't shut up and it's just awful. And so what comes after is, for me, I love bipolar, is paranoia. Paranoia is when you think that people are chasing you, looking at you, talking about you, or anything that's to do with you, and that everyone is, when it's all about you. But it's really scary because you can get hallucinations with that, and it's just really scary. So then the craziness happens. You go crazy. Your brain just can't function anymore. You can't see properly, you can't think properly, you can't do anything properly, and that's when you are hospitalized. I don't know if you say it like that in English. And then once I was at hospital, I felt safe and they took care of me. They gave me medication that worked finally, and so this treatment is very good. It works really well. It's lithium. Lithium is the best medication for me for bipolar disorder. Some people don't want to take it because of the side effects, but I don't care. I'd rather have the side effects and have a healthy brain than be all over the place and not take the medication. So no, it's really good. Then what happens is hope, because your brain is better. You're all clear-minded and you have hope for the future, hope for your job, for your friends, for your family, for everyone, and for yourself, and you feel that you can live again. And then you have peacefulness that comes into account, where peacefulness for me is that when your brain has been going wrong for so long that finally you have a brain that just can think of one thing at a time, very slowly but not too slow, and do things and appreciate in doing them, go into work, and you're just in peace because your mind is in peace, and it's really great. And finally you discover what happiness is, and what happiness is basically, it's not being very happy and very sad all the time. It's kind of being peaceful, like I said, and sometimes a lot of joy, and sometimes a lot of cry and sadness, but never in the extreme, just a little bit. And so happiness, what bipolars tend to think it is you are just neutral all the time, you just don't change of mood, but it's not true. Being happy, you can cry even when you're happy. It's just a matter of balance in the moods. So that's it for me. So the conclusion I want to say about bipolar disorder is that if you suffer from bipolar disorder, like I do, you can live a peaceful and happy life once you get the right treatment. So don't stop trying to find a treatment. Lithium for me is the best, but you can try others, and if you're not well, it means that the medication is not working, so you have to wait until the medication kicks in and really works, and then you can be really in peace and happy.